These are all background noises that most people will kind of watch peripherally and tune out. But I can't really tell that because it's loud, it's random, it's chaotic, there's too much to process or filter. It's really, really hard for me to say, just okay, I can either pay attention to what's going on or, just nothing at all and very, very narrow things. When I was a sophomore in high school, someone mentioned to my mom that what I had sounded like the symptoms of autism or Asperger's. I very, very much fit it, almost going down tier by tier and definition by definition. Primary tenets of it are roughly three or fourfold. The first thing being lack of empathy, lack of awareness of how someone else is responding and what is making them respond that way. Second major thing that most people will notice is kind of the special interest thing. People with Asperger's will tend to have a narrowly defined field or interest of things that they will put a lot of time into. The final thing, I guess, is routine and interruptions to the routine. I don't do like casual meetups with friends even when I don't have anything remotely going on, just because it's disruptive of the routine. A lot of people will just kind of say, okay, this person comes off kind of weird or kind of rude, or, I'm trying to kind of give them social cues that I'm not interested in this, or I'm finding them kind of pushy, and they're not acknowledging it. So most of it is just people find I can come across rude unintentionally. So a lot of things which are normal otherwise in interacting with people you don't get as having with Asperger's. Sometimes, it just means questioning what other people just kind of automatically pick up or go with, and other times it's like, well, we actually don't know why we're doing this kind of thing. Some of my interests, while a bit weird, are pretty normal. I mean, I'm really into comic books and science fiction and, some cartoons and everything. So I think just being into those kinds of things is a normal thing. I mean, I can talk for hours on stuff I'm interested in.
Particularly during middle school and high school, and also in college, also after college, also this morning. It doesn't go away. You have to take breaks, you have to deal with it, and you have to have a certain amount of mental toughness.
Every year we see a little bit more maturity and ability to handle the world. So if you'd said to me 10 years ago that he would be doing as well as he is now, I'm not sure I would have believed it.
Many people on the spectrum, like Adam, continue to live with their family. We were very proactive about making sure that he did have a life. So he lives far more independently than many, many other people on the spectrum that we know, because they are still living with their parents.
He is very alone outside of us, and largely our friends. He may have told you when we're gone, we have a good cadre of people who stay connected to him. And Tammy, of course, is wonderful, but he doesn't have many people in his life.
He was my first and is my only Asperger's client. I've just seen him realize that there is a world out there, and it's not just the world that he is in. Go out together a lot. We've talked about employment. We've done resume. We've, put word out. But I'm not sure he thinks he's ready for that, but I can see that in his future. I mean, I can tell a difference in the past few years with that. And you can self-calm yourself pretty well, even in. I have people that can't sit in this environment, so
Yeah.
it's just too much.
Well, it helps that the tables by us are free.
Where do I see him going? I can't get into that anymore, because when I used to, it got me very frustrated. Okay? That's honest.
Adam knows Athens. He was born here. He walks all over town. And for somebody on the spectrum to uproot and start all over again would be horrific.
Athens is a wonderful town, an amazing place, and a wonderful kind of city, but there's just not a lot here that really would necessarily fit me long term. A lot of the things are part-time or transient, which makes it harder just to kind of find something that meshes. I'm content where things are. I'm happy with them. I'm used to how things are. Change is scary. Change takes adaptation. Change is above all else stressful because you don't know what's coming.
He's taught me that Asperger's can definitely be worked with, and you can function and lead a normal life.
It stresses me out, it agitates me, it limits a lot of what I can do, but I don't hate it. It's a part of who I am and what I do, and there's a lot in that otherwise that, that I get to appreciate small things or pay attention to things. And plus it means I always have an excuse for asking why, explain on this, which I probably wouldn't have otherwise.